Hello YouTube, this is Harper Boy, and today I just want to make a quick, well, it's not going to be quick, but it's going to be a tutorial. And this is about how to use Sony Vegas effectively. There's a lot of people out there that don't know the basics of how to render. There's a lot of good tutorials that you can watch. I have not watched any tutorials. I've learned this completely off my own back, which I wouldn't recommend to do, but here's some tips and tricks that I'm going to show you how I have come across being able to do things. So right here I've got all my layers and video footage, and usually what I do is I would import all my footage, and for this video I've got it from here. I would click on each one individually and I would drag it over into this box, which is what you can see I've done exactly with in this one. If I want any music, I sometimes drag it into the box, sometimes I just insert it straight onto the timeline like so. Now with the music, I've dragged my Sailing Clouds of Light song from my desktop. If I search for time-lapse, and you'll find my time-lapse songs. I spelled time-lapse wrong. There we go, and inside the time-lapse songs I've got all the songs that I like to use for my time-lapses. So then I'll drag this one, just drag it straight into the thing, and the job is done. So that's that file, and then here I can adjust the gain percent. I usually have it on 35.7 decibels. That's negative, so it's deducting the sound to make it nice and quiet. And I'll just play that for just 2 seconds so you can hear the effect. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on the Heartbleed server. Now, today in this episode I have already got some footage pre-recorded for our newest member called Matt. He's not currently online, and also a new member, Movius. So as you can see, that is how things turn out. I've got the fade in and fade out, which I'll explain how to do later on in the episode. Now, well, this tutorial. Here, as you can see, I've got this sort of swap effects. Now, I don't usually have this. I just usually cross them and make them one fade out, one fade in. But I've decided to go all out and start using some effects, which is exactly what I've done right here. And I'll be showing you how to do that also later on today, so it can go like that. I'll be showing you also how to use color correction, like I did in my Never Expedition video, which should have come out today. So at the time of recording, this video that I'm editing right now, it's already been edited. It's not been rendered yet, and things and whoop. But yeah, this by the time that you see this video will, by the time you see this tutorial, this video will have come out. So yeah, that is everything that I'm going to say at the beginning, and let's go ahead and create ourselves a new project, and let's build this entire thing yet again. So we'll just go ahead and grab my footage right here and go select absolutely all of that good stuff right there, drag that into there, and that just settles. You can just select it all, drag it straight into the timeline, press no right there, and as you can see we've got all our footage. Now all this is just in sequence and just stops after each other kind of thing. There's a slight second gap which you can't bridge really. That is no gap if you zoom out. And of course if you play it like hello everyone, there's no difference at all. So yeah, what we're going to be doing to work in all of these is, first off I'm going to say go to the, if you don't know how I'm zooming this in, you can use these things down at the corner. If you see where my mouse is, zoom in time and zoom out time, and then you can also do the thing in the middle to, yeah, make stuff happen. But yeah, I just if you use your scroll wheel and move it forward, it like zooms in, and then if you move your scroll wheel back, you get a nice zoom out. I use this for precision of where we need it, so I can be editing a little bit and then I'll put it down, zoom in a bit more, have a look, and then I just find it a lot easier than this method down at the bottom. It's really up to you. If you want a quick zoom in to every single frame like this would be, then you can use that method. But yeah, I'm going to shut up blabbering, and what I want you to do is just zoom in quite a little bit till that's like that. Oh, you can also shrink this if you want a bit more precise than that other zoom. You can shrink this bar down, and what I want you to do is drag. You see this top corner where your arrow changes to that symbol. Make sure it's that symbol, and then keep going until it says 1. Now 1 means 1 second. 1 comma 1 colon 0 0. It's a semicolon, not a colon, but Anyway, that is what we're doing. So 1 semicolon 0 0. Keep going until you get it bang on. That means 1 second. I'm also going to do that for my audio. That's what I usually do anyway. And we're just going to make that 1 second, so that if we play this, it'll start from black screen and zoom in. Hello everyone. And you can see that's where it ended when I paused it. So that's how to make fade-ins. We're now going to have a look at making the cool transition that I made. First thing that you want to do is have some second of delay. Now what you want to do is zoom in quite a little bit just to here, and select this up until it says just 1. I like to add a second of delay. Now usually this would make things just fade in and out nice and softly, which is okay. I quite like it. I've been using it for quite a while. But when you're wanting something else, then this seems to come in handy for me, which is what I've used in this video. So what you want to do, if I went a bit too fast right there, forget about everything that I've just done for a second and we'll go back. You want to go down to the bottom here where it says transitions, click on swap and go to this bit which is default. You want to drag that over the top of your transition right here, and then it will open the effects. You can adjust borders, sizes, directions and everything else. I just prefer to drag it on and then cross this window off. It won't do anything. And of course you can then see that you get yourself a nice transition right there. That's going to go over this time frame. So if you move these back a bit more, then it's going to mean that this is a longer swap, like so. See? So there's your basics in the video editing thing. Obviously when you move one clip over another, it moves everything up by one kind of. So to fix that, you just want to add them all to like kind of a bit of delay. I'm just going to do it muckily. Usually I'd put them all in 1 second. But I'll do it all muckily and things, just anything like that. 1's 8 seconds. I'm really not bothering too much right now. I just want to get them on to have a look, and then we'll see where we're going to go from there. But that's pretty much everything. And then towards the end of the video, I just like to do the fade out, which you can see in the top corner. And then you can stretch that up to 1 second, or you can have a longer fade out if you want. That's worked for me well in the latest video that I've rendered. Now, because I've got music at the beginning of my video, I'll tell you how to add that in right now. What I'm going to do is go to desktop and I'm going to search my time-lapse songs to bring up my folder where I keep things. Well, I keep my music. I've put time-lapse last bit. Don't worry about that. But here we go, time-lapse songs in my folder. You can have these in any folder. And then what I do is I just drag the music track onto here. You can see that it's quite lengthy, so what I do is I will zoom in until I find the 30-second mark, which you can use the arrow keys to get a more finer approach instead of dragging it if you want, which I tend to do when zoomed out. And also you can zoom in and out while doing that, so that is one good tip right there. I like to have it bang on 30 seconds, and then I would just shorten this entire thing down to there. I then go to the beginning of the clip right here and also add a fade in 1 second for this one, and a fade out 1 second for this one. Which, you see, I find it easier doing it this way. You could do these in different orders, so the fade out and then squish it or something. And then what I do is I lower this all the way down to 37, because if I played this at this speed, hello everyone, you can see that the music does cover up your voice. So I like to have it on 35.7. Now you can obviously have this on, that setting would also work for me. Welcome back to another, just a little bit louder, but it's still an episode on the. So you can play around with it. That's just what I like to have it on 35.7, and that's what I use for all my Heartbleed videos. That is of course a soundtrack that I use for all my Heartbleed videos. I should make a template of things so that I can just quickly, just exchange whatever we've got there. So what I'm going to go over now is the video effects for changing colours. So let's do this, and what you want to do is go down to where it says video effects, and you also want to go down towards the bottom. Let me just quickly find it. I believe it's just called levels. Go to levels, yep, and I've made a special never prefix for when we was in the never. And if we go up here, you can see on default and on never. Now without seeing this, you've got to apply it. Now you can edit the settings, which is what I did to make the never template. So what I'll do to make it optimized for this video, actually I'm better off clearing both of those, because that's not good at all. Why have I got a pan crop setting? it's not gonna make a difference if I have. Do I have a pan crop? No, that's standard for everything. Just ignore me. So what you want to do is drag that over the clip that you want by just selecting it and dragging it. You can have it on any clip. I'm going to use this clip for an example. And you can see that in the top we start to get a preview now. If we adjust this, we get it lighter. And we can also change the input end, which will obviously make it brighter or darker kind of thing. And what I tend to do is turn up the gamma and increase the input start. Downgrade it. Yeah, like that. Oh no, the input start, not the output start. Keep the output start like that, and the input start have it around there. And the gamma up here, I will bring up my never settings right now just to show you. So let me just delete that. If you want to delete anything that you've done, you can just press that to remove the selected plugin, which is what it's called in Vegas language. As you can see, I've increased the input end very high, and the output end is at 1, and the gamma is here. So they're the values. If you want to pause the video and take a look at those, that's the color correction that I used in the Never. And as you can see, compared to the normal colors, like the Never's really dark. So when applying this to the Never, if we do that right now, you can see that you get a much more vibrant thing. It's not spot on, it's not perfect. There's still a bit of distillation on the bottom bit, because obviously that's not the Never color that we are targeting. And looking into this clip where you can see the Never as dark, and then look up here, you can see it's quite lighter. It is a lot better, and many YouTubers do that. Many like to change things up so that it's different colour and kind of things, so that they're not doing other stuff, which in my latest video I should have applied that Never coloration. I didn't think that we was in the Never in that video. I'll go back and edit it, don't worry. But that's pretty much everything about Vegas that I could possibly teach. I'll show you my render settings quickly, and also my project settings. You can pause the video, take a look at these, and have a look at what you want to do. That is absolutely fine. And then my project settings up here, we've then got this. So yeah, very good. Pause the video, take a look if you want to. And that's going to be it for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this little kind of tutorial on how to use Vegas the best. I'll show you one of those transitions quickly if I zoom in quite far. Then the overworld. We're just arriving with a skeleton farm. So we're going to go to the probably the ghetto with a... As you can see, that one wasn't optimized. If believe that this one is my 1 minute one, is it? Oh, I've clicked something. That's fine. 4 minutes. Where's my 1 minute one? I believe it's this one. Is it this one? 1 minute 13. We'll just mess with that just for the purpose of this. I didn't realise that was a long transition, the last one, but you can see that as they get longer, they take their time quite a lot. We have just arrived in the ice. There we go. So that's how things are picking up in terms of that. Obviously, if you want to do things in Vegas like the in and out panning and cropping, then what you can do is you can come to this icon right here, which says Event Pan Crop. And what you can do is, actually, if we go halfway through, so you've got something to reference against, like here, then you can see that we've got this box here, and whatever you make smaller, you're zooming in. That is your surface area, and if you make it bigger, then you're just creating yourself lots of black space. So possibly keep it the same. If you want to zoom in on a specific part of the video, then of course you can do that. But if you zoom in too far, then it goes crazy. Like I just flipped the entire video upside down. So yeah, have a play around, see what you can come up with. Let me know down in the comments section if this video has been helpful. This was just the way that I use Vegas. You can obviously change anything about that. And I don't know what these circles do. I think if you change it, it moves the direction in which it does stuff. Maybe wrong, not sure, but also you can pan around it on the screen like so. If you want to zoom in on this piece of stone right here, then you can make it smaller and then zoom in like that. Or if you just want to see my face. Anyway, that's gonna be it, because I'm derping around. But if you've got something selected like that, bear in mind it does it for the whole clip. So say you just want to zoom in on my face, then what I'm going to do for the simplicity of this is zoom it back out, and then I will cross it off, and then if we're just wanting this bit where I'm stood, then we'll go to where I start standing, we'll right click, go to split, I haven't showed you how to use that feature yet, but essentially this just makes it into a separate kind of piece of video. So you want to split that, so we've just got me standing there like that. That's pretty nice to do. And then what you can do is click on this button right here. This is only going to affect that frame, and then you can zoom it in really far. So say that I just wanted it there, then I can do it there. And then looking at all of this, you can just see that, and then me, and then that, and then me. So it's you can do lots of good things with Vegas, and if you want more of these tips and tricks in Vegas, then as I learn things to do, then I will of course show you them. And I don't know everything that this piece of software can do, but I've learned quite a lot. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section if this video has been helpful. If it was helpful, and be sure to hit that like button. It will always be appreciated. Well, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Harper Boy. I'll see you all in the next video, tutorial, episode, whatever. I don't know what I'm releasing next. It's all fun and games over on my channel, so come on over and have some fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.